Go away, weird guy, go away. And you block and just go, I hope he doesn't discover you later. So there's no shortage of them, but I can control it. And again, that's scalable networking. That's the best part about it. And what blows my mind is industries that really understand old school networking don't get new school networking. Like real estate agents and stuff, where it's all about the relationship. And then they hand me a card at a networking event first. Walk up like, hey! And with their picture on it. Something like that. That's their picture, right? Like, I don't care about you until I know you care about me. That is huge. If that's any business that you can take it from anywhere here, is your market doesn't care about you until they know you care about them, especially in an engagement era. I don't need your card until I talk to you. I know we're going to take that next step. I don't have any cards. I have the uncard. How cheesy is that? I got nothing. If I want to talk to you afterwards, I got a BlackBerry right here. I'll throw you in there right now. I'll scan your barcode. I'll tweet on there. I don't need the card. The card goes in my pocket and then falls out somewhere. I don't use it. I have 7 cards in my pocket right now that it's like from 4 months ago. I just forget because it's not my environment. It's not my habit. When I leave here, people tweet and say, yeah, exactly. I'll check on my way too. So, I don't want to justify it anymore. I was fully prepared to come in here and give you some ROI case studies, but it scares me. People run around and go, it works, and they're trying to sell. Please don't. Understand this. Work with the people who understand that engagement is something that's good. We need to stop marketing and start engaging. That's a great tagline for a book, by the way. September 2010. So here's where you're looking at. When you're talking about ROI, brand awareness. If you want to get all official and go in a boardroom and say, I get it, here's your key terms you can use then. Understand brand awareness, which is like Tassimo's conversation share. The great tools like Radian6. I love Radian6 and everything they do. You know why I love them? It's not because of the tool. I love their team. They're awesome. And Amber down there, they're just so great. And so now I know them. Now I trust them. I didn't need them, until now. And now I have clients who want to use them so I can recommend them. You see how that works? When you build relationships, you get to know the person, and so when they need your product or service, you're top of mind. If all you do is sell, you have a window of a second, right? And it's buy or goodbye. That's it. When you engage and build relationships, I stay with you. So now when you need that service, we're good to go. So build that brand awareness. I never would have heard of Radian6 if they weren't so active on there, right? So they understand, they get it. And it's a phenomenal tool, by the way, too. I love this public customer service. Okay, people say customer service. Yeah. No. Have you ever seen an issue happen with a company? Somebody complains on Twitter, and the company fixes it.
Yes.
Does that company not look even better than they did before the issue? So if I told you there's ways to look better and make customer service even better and scalable, well, what's the ROI? Kiss my ass, ROI. Look at this. You have public viewed customer resolution happening and customer service happening. Come on. Now, if you don't answer, then it's worse. And your customers are there asking questions. They're tweeting about, this stinks. This is horrible. I talked about Cogeco Cable a month ago. My email was just, it was sucktastic. It wasn't working at all. And I went in there, I just did my thing, right? My spewing off and Cogeco, and I said it. The assistant to the president called me the next day and said, we're going to fix this. I'm like, oh, snap. Thank you. I'm kind of a big deal on Twitter. Yay. And they got back to me. But they reacted. So what did I say on Twitter? Wow, they called me. You see that? You see how that works? But then when you say something and nobody responds, especially if they have an account, it is worse to be on social media and not engaged than to not be there at all. Like really, if you have to fight it, stay out of it. Because if you have an account and I write to your account and you never reply back, it's really like walking into a networking event and saying, I'm here. And if you walk up to you, you'll say, Don't look at me. So the problem is, the huge issue out there is you've got to engage. If you're going to be there, do it right. And it doesn't mean in a week's time you get back to them. Oh, no, it's like the day. You've got to be active, and you have no excuse not to be. There's tools out there, whether it's Radian6, whether it's just freaking TweetDeck running a search for your company's name, or the term, or your product name. That should be running on somebody's desk all day. And indicate, boom, that means somebody's talked about. Wouldn't you imagine 10 years ago? Like, I'm leaning now, so it's like a casual part of the session. 10 years ago, if I told you we could have a tool that would jump at you anytime somebody mentioned you, actively and reactively, immediately, would you not pay anything for that in a business sense? But now that it's here and it's free, people are like, well, what's the ROI? Come on, honestly. Look at this thing. When we can do these type of things, we can remedy it. And people aren't looking for the resolution, they're looking to be validated. It's human nature. Okay? The most fundamental part of human nature in your brain is I just want to pretend I'm heard. I want to be validated. The most reassuring words in customer service is, I'm going to try to help you, I'm going to see what I can do, and I understand. When you hear that, it's so rare, first off. You call a phone company, like, my thing has been working for 3 days, and somebody said to me in Bell, the guy said, sir, you know what? I'd be angry too. And I'm going to do whatever I can to help you. I'm like, what? Yes, you will. So I'm going to tweet something, and now I can't. Now you're just too awesome. And they fixed it for me. Right? And that's the thing. It's not unreasonable. People say, well, you know, if it wasn't for customers, the business would be easy. That's their big line. Like, thanks for coming. You know, you got to leave that company when they start saying that. So you got to be very careful. And then market engagement, just in general. Where else are you going to be out there talking to your potential clients? It could be a client a year from now, a day from now. You just engage. Just say something to them and talk, because we remove the sales aspect to it. And people say, well, don't worry, I'll make a presence on Twitter. We'll just auto-tweet. We'll just program a bunch of tweets in there, which then gets the last vein in my neck bulging out, and I start getting sweaty and more angry at people when they say, it's like sending a mannequin to a networking event. If you auto-tweet, it's like sitting there with a Post-it note on the mannequin saying, we're here, huh? We have a presence. Go. And that's it. If you walk up and say, hey, great, I had a problem with my phone, and you're a mannequin, right? That's the company. Auto-tweeting is like sending a mannequin to an event. There's no response. If you're on Twitter and you don't reply, you don't respond, that's just an RSS feed. That's just a short RSS feed. That's not social media, and that's why I hate the term social media. We were talking about this earlier. The term media makes people automatically think push. It's media, it's TV, it's radio, it's one way. No. Just because you have a blog does not mean you do social media. Okay, a blog is dictation until you have interaction. And then it's social. In the comments section, like on my blog, I use the Discuss plugin, D-I-S-Q-U-S, which is awesome. I planted those people, by the way. So when people reply on my comment, I'll get an email saying they did it, and then I can reply back. And what I love about it is because you have to stay on top of it. Right? There's no point in trying to fall behind. It becomes a job. It becomes too much work. But I'll get a note on my BlackBerry saying, here's a comment. I can reply in the email, and it'll put the comment in the thread. And then they get an email saying Scott's responded, and they come back. So now it grows the post. So I average about, I did math, 102 comments per post. Okay, so that's where, because of the engagement, and that adds to the content. So for the companies that have blog posts with no commenting feature, it's called an article. You should join the newspapers and see how well they're doing right now. Right? Zing! You're welcome. There's your first dig to that industry.